a green flag.
Come on, guys! Introduce me?
Excuse me, this is Pepper Anderson. It's Jack
Crowley.
My wife.
Your brother crashed because you beat him up before the race. Now, it's your fault. He's dead.
You like taking chances, don't you?
Saw you, didn't I?
I guess you knew a good thing when you saw him.
You're watching the wrong curves.
Not me, baby, no way. Look, it's 100 extra horsepower. Damn it, you ain't gonna do this to me. What are you afraid of? We put it in after the tech inspection. Now, who's gonna know?
I will. I run this thing under my own ability.
Well, it looks like all of a sudden we got a star on our hands.
I go back to nothing, damn it, before I run with the bottom.
Hey, JJ.
See what your friend wants.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, JJ. What was that all about?
Nothing.
Nothing. What does that mean? You don't want to talk about it?
He wanted to install a nitrous oxide ball under the car.
With laughing gas?
Yep, it purifies the gas mixture, and if I won with that thing and they found out about it, I'd be disqualified and lose the money.
Well, how'd you guys do in the inspection?
We weighed in a little light, so Willie added more ballast to the left rear.
Bet that graveled him, huh?
It did. But even with the extra weight, we leaned out the carburetors to make up for it and set the fast time at 17.2.
Yes, sir, race fan. It's going to be some race. With some of the best open competition drivers in the country.
They gonna kiss the winner?
$5,000 purse.
More power to you, bro.
The fifth 330 should be active.
I'm glad to see things my way.
How's your brother Bobo doing? Is he trying to get himself together?
Bobo's got a lot of problems, Joe, and I don't know how to help.
There's the
Is he in trouble again?
He's always into something, you know that.
Gentlemen,
What about you?
we have the cars
You all
on
right?
the track,
Yeah,
please.
You sure?
Hey, Wilkes, come on, let's go.
Mr. Personality. Duty call.
Go get them door slammers, brother.
I'll see you after the race. Maybe you can buy me a beer.
Okay.
Starter McManus watches them out of the turn, and it's a green flag. Now F330 is underway. 52 takes the inside as they jockey reverse lap position into the turn. Look at 88 challenge on the outside, and look at that pack poured onto the back stretch. On the front stretch, 52 is in front with 44 and 5 challenging. The pack is still bunched into the turn. On the 158th lap, a little short of the halfway mark, Alpha's getting leads with a car 15 seconds. And J.J. Wilkes has surprised everybody, holding the third position from a fifth row start. Don Angles is fourth. At 230 laps, the yellow is still out. And here's the green flag. Look at J.J. Gordon past the stand. It's going to be a crowded backstretch. All right! Oh, look out! Get those emergency vehicles out there. It looks like car 7, J.J. Wilkes. Can't see what the other cars are involved. It doesn't look good. Get those extinguishers going, fellas. Every emergency vehicle on the track is out there now. Looks like they've ducked down the fire. No, but there's definitely 3 or 4 cars involved. It looks like J.J. Wilkes' car number 7 is exploded, but the smoke is so thick I can't make it out.
Morning.
Oh, you look very oriental.
It's one of the things I like about you, Pete. You're so observant.
Oh, that's right. Today is your Thai cooking class. How's it doing?
Hot, hot. They could serve charcoals and nobody would notice.
Pepper, Pete? Well, you look very oriental.
Aren't you all the same? Thank you. I'm glad you noticed. It's for my cooking class.
Yeah, okay, listen. Joe wants us to investigate J.J. Wilkes' death. I talked to Parks, and he said okay.
So you still don't think it was an accident, huh, Duke?
Well, he was okay an hour earlier. At least he said he was. I'll tell you, he wasn't drunk or drinking, and he wasn't a pill popper. Preliminary inspection of the car didn't turn up anything. And J.J. was too careful a driver just to crack up for no reason at all.
Couldn't one of the other racers have clipped him?
Well, I went over the report, and he gave no reason for him to lose control. No, something is rotten. And I love that man enough to want to find out what it is.
Excuse me. Can you tell me where I might find Sergeant William Crowley?
Yes, he's right in there.
Hey, Papa. Why don't you put this on? You won't be so overdressed.
Can we help you?
Jackie, wait.
You always were eloquent.
Yeah. Oh, sure. I was just surprised. How are you?
I'll fall over with enthusiasm. I'm fine. Introduce me?
Excuse me, this is Pepper Anderson, Joe Stiles, and Pete Royce. This is Jackie.
Crowley.
My wife. My ex-wife. How did you ever let her get away, Bill?
How did you ever get her in the first place? She's lovely. Well, look, we're gonna follow some leads. It's nice meeting you.
Yes,
Come on, Pete.
very nice to meet you.
You probably have a lot to catch up on. It's nice to meet you, finally, Mrs. Crowley.
Jackie.
Here. Sorry.
Oh, you want to keep it?
No, I was planning to change. I was just playing around.
Yeah, come on in. Let's see. You want some coffee?
No, thanks.
You look terrific, Jackie.
Oh, that's because you're looking at a brand new woman.
Oh, how's that?
Jacqueline Aiello Crowley, interior decorator.
You finally did it.
Uh-huh. And
Congratulations.
You know, you were right all the time. People love my work.
Sure.
And you know what else?
No, what else?
Won't be needing any more alimony after 3 more months.
You getting married?
Oh, no. I figure with the business, I'll be loaded by then. And I know what a cop's salary's like, so.
Well, I'm making a little more money than I was in those days.
Oh, you don't want to give up the payments?
I didn't say that.
Can't find a way to spend the money.
Yeah, if you're serious, I mean, if you're really serious, I'll find a way to spend it.
I'm sure you will. I'll bet you even still keep a 10 spot in your sock drawer. That's my mad money.
Huh. Yeah, this is terrific. I mean, about your business. That's... You can tell us all about that. Speaking of mad money, you still keep yours in your bra?
I don't wear a bra anymore.
Hey, Pep. I just about to ask Jackie to go to dinner with you and me tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bill. I have something planned.
Cancel it. That's an order, Sergeant.
Well, since you ask so nicely.
I'd love to, if you don't mind a third wheel.
Look, I told you once already, don't touch anything under there. I can still cherry it out.
Look, Kraft, I know what I'm doing. I used to race my old Mustang at Ascot, remember?
Yeah, well, this baby cost me $20,000, man.
Okay. Now, where's the bottle?
What bottle?
The laughing gas.
Happens to be illegal, and you know that.
Yeah, we know it's illegal. And we also heard that you wanted him to run with the bottle.
Well, he ran clean. You just found that out for yourself.
So, when was the inspection? The day before the race?
Yeah, she was perfect then. 24 hours later.
Bam. So who had access to the garage after that?
Look, boys, I don't want to tell you how to do your job, but you're wasting your time. There wasn't any sabotage.
Death was from a blood clot on the brain. Subdural hematoma inflicted by the crash, one would think. But you see this? He was still wearing this when I got him. You notice the dent isn't bad enough to cause an injury like this.
Wait a minute. You say he died from a blood clot, but he had it before the accident?
Yes. There are definite signs which would indicate that it is older than the injuries received in the accident. And these, now he's got some pretty vicious bruises on his left arm. And notice the color? Now, compared with these others he received when the car banged into the wall.
Yeah, they're slightly different.
Doctor, you say that Wilkes was already unconscious at the time of the accident. How do you know that?
See this hand? It's relaxed. When a driver is about to have an accident, he'll clutch the wheel in an attempt to control his vehicle. Now, I've had drivers in here whose hands were literally glued to the wheel and had to be pried off. Now, evidently, this man wasn't holding on to the wheel at all.
No, you didn't. No, that's the peanut sauce. Dip it in that.
Here she comes.
No, have one of these.
Now, after that, he proposed?
Well, let's just say he proposed everything but marriage. We were so poor then, we couldn't even afford to go on a honeymoon. And Bill had to be on call for a case, so we spent it in a very romantic garage apartment in the valley.
That's true.
Big spender even then, huh? Thank you, honey.
We always promised ourselves a real honeymoon in Italy. And since we're both Italians, Sorrento for Bill and Palermo for me.
Actually, only one of us is a true Italian. The other one's a Sicilian.
In the whole 5 years we were married, I couldn't convince him that Sicilian is Italian.
Sicilians are renegade Greeks.
Don't fight it, Jackie. I have not been able to convince him of anything, except to maybe pick up the check.
What do you think is paying for this mess?
How'd you swing that one? Your partner, she's something.
Oh, Pepper. Well, I just, threw my weight around till they had to assign her to my division.
Ah. She a good cop?
She's the best.
How are things, Bill?
Things are good. How about you? Anybody special?
Oh, there's a guy who's in insurance.
Oh?
Nothing dramatic to report, but after some of the others, I guess I should have complained.
You happy?
Sure.
That's all that matters.
I'd forgotten what a gentleman you are.
Let's see if I can handle this. There you go.
It was a lovely evening. I wasn't sure if I was doing the right thing, but I'm glad I called you.
I'm glad you did too, Jackie. It's good to see you again. I guess I've been curious.
I guess I hope that means you've missed me.
You better get in. Listen, I'll call you tomorrow, okay? Goodbye.
Good night.
Well, good morning, William.
Good morning.
Yeah. All right, let's have it. What'd you guys come up with?
Well, nothing much. The car was a mess, but we didn't see any evidence of tampering.
Security was so tight, I doubt if anybody got in that way. Unless they came in from the inside.
Well, who was close to Wilkes? His family, his friends, girlfriend, who?
Well, he was close to his parents, but he had a lady, Kitty Davis. What did you get from the car?
Somebody beat Wilkes up the night before his big race.
Beat up?
Yeah. That's what he died from, apparently, a blood clot on the brain. He also had bruises all over his arms that were not sustained from the accident. Surprised you didn't see him. You saw him. You were with him.
Yeah, but he was wearing coveralls. But he did seem to have a pain inside, even though he didn't want to admit it.
What do you know about the owner, Joe, the one that he was arguing with?
Well, we're trying, but as usual, nobody seems to want to communicate.
Well, keep going, will you? Just keep digging till you come up with something solid.
Sure, we'll try, William.
She's lovely.
Huh?
Jackie. Jacqueline Crowley.
That's funny. She says the same thing about you.
Boy, she is one of the few women that I know of who gave up alimony without having to. That's weird, unless
Unless what?
unless she's still in love with you.
Is that the cop talking or the woman?
I was a woman first.
Did I ever tell you how we happened to get a divorce?
Tell me.
She couldn't handle my being a cop. She couldn't take the hours. She couldn't stand to sleep a while. If I wasn't home at night, she had me out shacked up someplace or bleeding to death in an alley. It got so bad that if a friend came to the door, she'd almost faint till they could assure her that they weren't there to tell her I was dead somewhere. She almost had a nervous breakdown. So she just finally split. Said she was going to have to try to put herself together again.
So she did, and she's back.
Yeah, she's back. She's back.
Surveillance or something?
What are you doing clear out here?
Well, right now, I guess I'm looking for transportation.
Hop in.
Isn't this the day for your cooking class? Aren't you going to be late?
They'll just review their heartburns for the first half hour. Come on. Going back to the motel?
Yeah. Thanks, Well, I was beginning to feel a bit weary.
You do look a little pushed. What's the matter? Are smog getting to you?
No. I think it's the Reuben sandwich I had for lunch. Got my tummy a little wobbly. Oh, boy, I thought Chicago was the Windy City. What a mess.
William.
We just checked on Kraft's background. He's definitely dirty.
How dirty?
Well, he's got some pretty rough friends. Silvers, Eckerly, Corvallis.
Gambling.
Mm-hmm.
You think maybe Kraft had some high stakes on that race and Wilkes wouldn't cooperate?
Well, J.J. said their argument was about that. Kraft wanted to boost the car's horsepower with nitrous oxide. J.J. wouldn't have any.
Well, Pep, looks like you're just in time for a little typecasting. How would you like to play a wealthy, bored racetrack groupie with a gambling addiction?
Fine.
Joe, can you arrange a meeting this afternoon with Brooks's girlfriend?
No problem.
Okay, get on it right now, will you?
Come on, Peter, make that run with me.
I wanted that pipe.
What's wrong, Pep?
Have you talked to Jackie?
Not since last night, no. Why?
I gave her a ride yesterday from the university.
What was she doing out there?
Well, I picked Jackie up outside the medical complex, and she had a Band-Aid on her hand, like after you have a blood test.
Yeah?
It's a combination of things. She said that her stomach was feeling queasy, and then when she combed her hair, a lot of hair fell out.
What are you getting at, Pepper?
I think she's having treatments. I think it's chemotherapy. Joe.
Hi, Kitty. May we come in?
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Kitty, these are a couple of partners of mine. This is Sergeant Anderson,
How do you do?
Sergeant Crowley. They'd like to ask you some questions.
Would you like some coffee or tea or soft drink?
No, I don't.
No, thanks.
You mind if I fix myself some? I've got to keep busy.
Yeah, in that case, I'll have what you're having.
Kitty. Kitty, we're going to have to ask you some questions that might be painful. We'll do it as quickly as we can.
First of all, we'd like to know if you saw J.J. before the race.
No, I wanted to, but I couldn't. I had to work.
What about the day before?
No. I didn't see him then either. He likes to get to bed early the night before a race, so he could get a good night's sleep. I'm sorry.
Sorry. I'm sorry. We're just sorry we have to put you through this.
Kitty, was he under any pressure more than usual to win that race or lose it?
I don't think so. But he never talked about his problems much. He always liked to be up when we were together.
How well do you know Willie Kraft?
That redneck cracker, he acted like he owned J.J.
Did Kraft have any reason to want to hurt J.J.?
I don't think so. J.J. always did what he said. He did what everybody said.
Do you know of anybody who wanted to see him out of that race?
Everybody loved him. Even the other drivers, because he was special. Just ask Joe. Wasn't he, Joe? I mean, wasn't he special?
Yeah, he was special.
Bill?
What?
I just wanted to know if you've had a talk with Jackie yet.
No, I haven't.
You are planning to, aren't you? You do realize why she came back, don't you? Don't say it's the clinics. There are clinics all over the country.
Listen, Pepper, if you don't mind, I know what I got to do in my life, and I'd like to do it my own way, okay?
I saw the strangest sculpture today. It was a bronze of two tigers locked in combat. One was up in the air, balanced by just his paw, with his tail touching the other one. Oh, it was gorgeous. Can you imagine living with it? Are you angry about something?
Damn right I am.
Why? Because I came back?
You know better than that.
Do I?
Yes, you do. You're not being honest with me, Jackie.
It's pretty hard to believe. After all, you're the first man who made an honest woman out of me.
See, I'd appreciate not hearing any more jokes, okay? And I don't want to hear any more about your being an interior decorator. Now, I want to know why you're here, Jackie. You owe me that.
Why?
Because we never lied to each other before.
Oh. How do you tell somebody you're going to die? Especially somebody you still love. Oh. That's the first time I've said that out loud. I'm going to die. And I'm afraid. I've got leukemia, Bill. Suddenly I've got to finish up loose ends, and I don't feel finished with us. I have kicked myself over and over again for walking out on the most important person in my life.
Jackie, why didn't you just tell me up front?
I had to find out about you. Whether you were involved with somebody, whether you still even cared about me. I couldn't beg. Don't you see it would destroy the meaning of it?
What's the prognosis?
Well, the doctor wouldn't say. He said it wasn't fair because no one can honestly give anyone an estimate because of remissions and all that. But from what I've asked and read, it's a few weeks or a few months, even with remissions.
Where you going, Bobo?
Said I was.
You're not going to see those people again, are you? Please stay away from them. You'll just get hurt.
We've already lost JJ.
You think about your brother, son. Haven't we had enough pain?
Can I dig the pain, Mama? It's the only thing that doesn't let me down.
Will you be back for supper?
I don't know. Bobo!
Your mother asked you a question.
And I answered it.
How's it going? You, looking for someone?
No one in particular. That your new car?
Well, you might say that. Some new paint, new windshield, little engine work. Make me real proud, Papa.
Too bad about the Chevelle.
I'd remember if I knew you. Now, how do you know me?
Let's just say a lot of money depends on my knowing who owns what. That thing got any guts?
Do you?
Joe.
Hi, Mr. Wilkes.
Well, fine, son, fine. How are you?
Okay. Considering.
Joe, I miss him so much already.
I'm sorry. We all do.
Hey, we just sitting down to lunch. Can you join us?
Well, no. I'm here on business. Ooh, maybe I should come back at another time.
No, you can sit with us and eat while we talk. It's not about Bobo, is it?
No, I'm investigating JJ's accident.
Hey, Francis, set another place. We got company.
What are we creeping for?
Salty little broad, ain't you?
Takes more than a hot car to scare me, babe.
You like taking chances, don't you?
Only those I can afford to lose.
Well, you're smart, too. Smart enough to know a good thing when you see it.
Saw you, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. I guess you knew a good thing when you saw it.
You're watching the wrong curves. Eyes on the road, cowboy.
I love a feisty broad.
Yeah, I know you do.
Well, how long had he had at his apartment?
Well, he moved out about 6 weeks ago. Didn't he tell you?
No, he didn't. Well, I guess he was so excited about the race, he couldn't talk about anything else. What about Bobo? Is he in some kind of trouble? You think he might know where JJ was that night?
Joe, he's a bad one. We can't make him mind anymore. Just comes and goes as he pleases, and he won't tell us where. He could have been with JJ. I just don't know.
What'd you find out?
Well, his parents said that they didn't know where JJ might have been that night. Lady had had dinner with them the night before, and everything seemed to be fine.
Well, that gives us exactly 0 to go on. I hope you're having better luck than we are.
What can I tell you? He's a perfect target. I whispered a lot of sweet nothing doings in his ear while he went into his macho driving act, but I don't think he had anything to do with Wilkes' death.
On what?
When I did get him talking about Wilkes, all he could say was that he was so sorry he didn't have all that money. They thought they were going to win that race.
Be right back. What are you standing over here for? Just come and join us.
Oh, I didn't want to interrupt your meeting.
Is everything okay?
Could we walk?
Sure.
I have to go to the hospital tomorrow. Doctors say they want to take some more tests.
What kind of test?
They never say.
I keep hoping one morning I'll wake up and be told they're ready to try out a new drug, something fantastic, and they want to use it on me.
Maybe this will be it.
You might think this is funny, but did you ever have the feeling that your life was for a special purpose? Like there's something you have to accomplish while you're here? I keep hoping that my special mission will be to be the first cancer cure, sort of like the first heart transplant. Kind of helps me to get through the rough spots. Times when I can't handle one more test. Bill, I don't want to be alone. Stay with me, please.
So what's happening, Bobo?
Oh, I already told you. They busted me for joyriding.
And whose car?
Now, that's a dumb question. Shoot, you pick out a car, you wire it, and you take off. What's that?
Got another question for you. Where were you last weekend when JJ was killed?
I was having a party and having a good time.
What about the night before?
Well, I was probably doing the same thing, but you see, it's kind of hard for me to remember that, because, see, you are making me nervous.
I'm investigating JJ's death. Now, I need help, man.
Now, that's your problem, ain't it?
You know, with that smart mouth of yours, you'll go places. Straight to the slammer.
Yes, JJ was at home that night.
Did anyone visit him that night?
Well, I wouldn't know about that. We all mind our business around here. That's our policy. We believe that everybody living in this building has an absolute right to privacy. I put it here when I heard you knock. I thought you were my son, and he doesn't like me to indulge in any forms of pleasure whatsoever.
I find that an invasion of personal privacy, and indeed a very serious one.
You remind me of him. He's a hippie, too. No offense, of course.
It really doesn't matter. I thought I was a beatnik. But what I find amazing is that you have a grown-up son. I find that extremely incredible.
Would you like me to mix you one of these? It's very smooth and warm.
No, thank you. Not right now. Not while I'm on duty. But what I would like you to do for me is to try and remember if anybody came to visit JJ that night. Anybody at all.
His brother.
Are you sure?
Oh, sure. I know that one. He's always lurking around looking for trouble. He's got a lecherous eye, too. Even for women my age.
Dr. Escobar.
You know what I've always wanted to do?
Dr.
No.
Escobar, admitting desk, please.
Have a picnic at the Sunset Bowl.
Really? At the Sunset Bowl?
Uh-huh. With a tablecloth and real china and good wine.
I'll tell you what. You get out of here. First thing we'll do, we'll have a picnic at the Sunset Bowl. No, I mean it. I promise. I promise.
Oh, I'll get out. See, I've made a bargain with God. I'll put up with anything they do if it'll buy me another remission. I want a little more time with you, Bill. I promised I wouldn't ask for anything else if I could just have a little more time with you.
Jacqueline Crowley, your room is ready for you now.
Outside call. Dr. Hines, outside call.
Hi. Oh, no, don't. Please don't blow that thing. All you're going to get is me or a hockey team. I'm with the police department. Okay. See? Okay. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
What about?
Why don't we step over here? I think you'd be a little more comfortable. Okay?
Okay.
Well, beautiful day, isn't it? Looks like you got enough vegetables to last you for a whole week. What I'm trying to find out, Vivian, is what happened next door to you last Friday night.
I knew I should have called the police.
What does that mean?
Well, it was awful. There was someone in there fighting.
You mean like arguing?
No, fighting. Hitting and hitting and hitting.
fist fighting kind of thing? Why don't you call the police?
I couldn't move. I was so scared. I just kept hoping the sounds would go away.
Do you know who was in there?
No. I don't know any of the neighbors. I don't want to know any of the neighbors in this building. I just want to be left alone. No, it's all right, Peggy. He's left the hospital. Nobody seems to know where he went.
You know, Pepper, should have seen him. It was like talking to a rock. No emotion. I mean, even when I talked about his brother.
You want to hear the term the psychologist used? Affectless. Emotional zombies.
Hi. Where's Bill?
He was supposed to be at the hospital.
Get a load of this. I just talked with Wilkes' landlady. I just came from there. And she said that she was sure that you saw his brother there Friday night. And also, the neighbor lady said that she heard sounds coming from the apartment. You know, sounds like hitting sounds. What a trip, huh? Back, just in case he decides to grab it.
You too?
Yeah. Pete's hunches are usually right.
Twitch, man, I'll blow your head right off your shoulders.
Well, you know what I think would be a smart thing to do? Just get all our volcano hiking out of the way first. And when we get good and tired, take off someplace like Capri. Spend the rest of the time sleeping on the beach.
Or whatever.
Does that sound good to you, Capri?
Sounds perfect. Can we go tonight?
No, we can't go tonight. I gotta do my laundry. As soon as you get out of this hospital, we'll take off like a big bird.
You know, don't you, there's a chance I won't ever leave the hospital.
Will you knock it off? Of course you're gonna leave this hospital.
Just don't put your hopes up too high, okay?
Listen.
Hello? Yes, he's here. Oh, listen, thanks for the flowers. They're beautiful. It's Pete.
Yeah, Pete. Just now, where? Yeah, right. Now, you stay with the kid. Sit on him. Pepper's been hurt. Downstairs in emergency.
There, that ought to do it.
It goes with my earrings.
Yeah, you look great.
I'll buy that. Now, you just sit quiet and relax, Sergeant, okay?
Thanks, Doctor. What else can I do?
Why are you such a sourpuss?
I'm sorry, Pepper. I should have been there with you.
Don't be silly. You were right where you were supposed to be.
Let me see this thing. How many stitches they take?
17. Well, 7. Hi, Jackie.
For cops, you sure do make a big deal out of a scratch.
I better go talk to her.
No, I'll talk to her. It's my problem.
Please, Bill, let me handle it. I think I can.
Okay, you handle it.
Dr. Jerry
Jackie.
Pepper, I'm sorry.
Hey, I didn't come here to ask for an apology. I came here to, well, because I figured you'd be kicking yourself.
Well, it was a rotten thing to say.
If anybody has a right to be angry or say anything, it's you.
Oh. Oh, I feel so guilty.
Jackie, why do you feel guilty?
Because I'm jealous of you. And I like you. I'm jealous that you're so beautiful and healthy and have so many years to live. And you're gonna be here and be with him and be alive.
I just don't know what to say.
I guess you're used to death and dying, huh? Bill used to say he got hardened to it after a while.
No. No, you never get used to losing someone you love.
He was just about to tell us where he was last Friday night. We don't quite believe he was out at a party.
All right. So I was over at my brother's for a while. So what?
Pretty heavy, man. Hitting your own brother.
Who said I hit him?
Your landlady and a neighbor. We want to know why.
He was hassling me.
Why was he hassling? Now, let me guess. He knew you were pushing drugs and he was threatening to turn you in, is that it?
Oh, man.
Look, your brother crashed because you beat him up before the race. Now, it's your fault. He's dead.
Don't you have any feelings at all?
You think about showing me his body, that's supposed to make me emotional. All worked up. Well, you get emotional. The other guy's got you by the throat.
So you just cut off everything and you're invulnerable. Is that how it works?
You know, folks say that he looks like me.
Get him out of here.
What'll happen to him?
We got him cold on resisting an assault with a deadly weapon. The joyriding charge has been up to grand theft auto, and the boys in Adnock have a little surprise for him. But you'll have to ask Juvenile what's going to happen to him.
Oh, he's really something. He really is.
Even this chill feels good after the hospital.
You said you wanted a picnic at the bowl.
I should have known you'd find a way to swing it. Thank you, Bill.
You're welcome. What are you thinking right now? What you got in your mind?
Oh, I was just thinking about where I've watched the sunset before. So many times. Always taking it for granted. I guess I'm gonna miss the sunsets. And good wine. And concerts. I might even find time to miss you. You're gonna miss me.
I'm gonna miss you very much, Jackie. Come bella, tu sei. Come sei bellissima.
Listen, when you guys get back, I'm gonna fix you some wonderful gang pet, meat crop, and pot-free cane.
Is that a threat or a promise?
Well, have a wonderful trip. I really mean it.
Thank you. For everything.
Have a great time.
Behave yourself.
When you get to Sorrento, drop a dime, okay?
You're kidding? I got a whole pocket full.
You'll miss your plane. Go.
Don't you think you better take it easy on the tequila? I mean, you're really getting loaded.
You want me to blow my cover? I'm supposed to be a lush. Hi.
They're not here.
Well, I think you got me in Brazil. So why don't you disrobe? Pep looks like he's got us.
What do you mean, us?
That broad.
Oh, good morning. Can I help you?
My advice, you'll save yourself a few dollars and pick this one. It's got the same movement, the same number of jewels. You'll be getting the same kind of quality without having to pay for all the extras.
Try to stay right where you are. Everybody freeze. That's real fine, people. Now I want everybody to move right over here. Come on, I said move! Come on, lady.
Take your hands off me!
Don't you touch her.
Don't die! Don't die!
Shut up!
Okay.
Are you all right, darling?
Please, never mind that now.
Please, will somebody please call the police?
ordered it. Nobody ever listens anymore. She's got a great set of fingers, hasn't she?
You're relieved. How come? Lieutenant Marsh was to see you and Sergeant Anderson right away.
Lieutenant Marsh, is it? Yeah, well, you just say the word and we'll come rushing right down here, literally. Even if it's in the middle of the night, we'll hop right in the car and we'll get down here in 60 seconds flat.
Well, I don't think that'll be...
I mean it, Lieutenant. Mr. Victor and I, we've always had great respect for law and order, even when it concerned other people.
Fine.
40 years and no one even took a piece of worthless junk costume jewelry. Now they've taken everything.
Hey, Paul. Okay, why don't you two go home and try to relax? We'll be in touch.
Lieutenant, remember what I just told you. They had a woman with them, I'm sure of it. Maybe it's part of their modus operandi.
Yeah, well, we'll be in touch.
Thank you.
Mr. and Mrs. Samuel B. Victor, home in Beverly Hills, Rolls Royce, and suddenly they think they're paupers. I don't know why everybody expects sympathy. Nobody gets it from their doctors anymore. At $50 a throw. Sure. What they expect from me.
Well, they know you got a heart of gold, Paul. What about insurance?
Stuff that was taken was on memo from a dealer in New York.
What about consignment insurance?
Had insurance for $100,000, but the tape was well over $500,000.
Oh, then they really are paupers.
Pepper, I hear you know something about jewels.
Uh-huh.
Can you loop a stone?
Yeah.
Well, forget about that lousy stakeout. I'm borrowing you both for robbery, homicide.
What do you got, Paul? Anything?
I think we do. We'll know in a few hours.
Okay, hold on just a minute. Let me guess.
Open up in the name of the law.
I knew it.
I woke you up.
Oh, no, I was up baking brownies at 2 o'clock in the morning, just as usual.
Well, don't just stand there hating me. Go get some clothes on.
I see you brought the Mr. and Mrs. bag. You want to give me some kind of hint as to what kind of climate I ought to pack for?
Think tacos.
Ooh.
Marsh is sending us all the way to sunny Mexico.
That's great, but why does he always have to send us someplace in the middle of the night?
I don't know, honey. I'm only a sergeant. Go get dressed.
For a taco, I'll do it. You want to be a little more specific? Where in sunny Mexico?
Did you ever hear of Masiaca?
I think the last time I had it, the fever went down in about 3 days.
Masiaca's in the southeast corner of Sonora. I hear it's not too heavy on tourists, but Marsh says it's a wonderful place for a honeymoon.
Well, don't just sit there like a blushing bridegroom. Come on up and help me pack. Who are we this time?
Oh, the Ordways. Mr. and Mrs. Ralph G. Ordway.
Sounds wholesome enough.
Yeah, well, there are a couple of pretty good jewel fences. Took a little business trip to Paris and ran into Interpol.
I guess we don't have to worry about them for a while.
Yeah, oh, and she's a bit of a boozer. You think you can handle that?
How much of a boozer, a lush?
Yeah, you can handle it.
What's the rest of it?
Well, yesterday, about 6 hours after the robbery, they had a plane crash in Mexico. 3 people died. A little charter from Santa Monica.
I'll bet it crashed near that town, didn't it?
That's right, Masiaca. Anyway, as I said, 3 people died. The pilot, who seemed to be legit, there was a jewel fence who was a Mexican national, and then there was a guy named Clayton Burris, local address.
Boris?
Burris. Anyway, some local friendlies were poking through the wreckage. They came across a portable typewriter. Only there was no typewriter. It was full of diamonds. Hey, you ought to wear this in Mexico.
What about Burris? Did he have a record?
Yeah. 3 counts of armed robbery, 7 years hard time at the Soledad.
Which means the gang is now down to 4. 4 men, or maybe 3 men and 1 woman?
Well, all the jewels have been pulled out of the setting. But if the weights and numbers match, then they're ours. This whole thing's been cleared through Mexico City. That's what caused the delay.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if we had some company down there.
If we ever get there.
What are you doing in my perfume?
I'm sniffing it. It's my latest trip. Pep, come on already, will you? You can finish the beauty treatment on the plane.
You sound like Ralph G. Ordway, an old married clod. Come on. Be a good husband and do me.
Certainly quaint.
Yeah. Looks like it was designed for glider traffic.
Where my stomach feels, I swear that pilot moonlights as a cab driver in Tijuana.
Oh, that's all right, Mr. Ordway. You look good in green.
Smile, honey. We're on candid camera. Welcome to Mexico. Well, I gotta admit it, Pep. In some ways, you're actually more photogenic than I am.
I disagree. I think she's better to look at when you see her in person.
Gracias, senor.
Merci beaucoup, mademoiselle.
They all check. Every single one of them fits the victor's list.
Well, I guess the victors aren't paupers anymore.
Here are the rest. We managed, you know, without too much subtlety to photograph everyone who came in from the outside.
You can say that again.
Under the pressures of time and with very limited resources, we do the best we can, Sergeant Anderson.
Well, I don't see anybody I've ever seen here before. Hey, look at this. Yeah. Hey, what about the guy who called you?
No, not one of those. This man was a native. He claimed to represent clients who preferred to remain anonymous. Most of what he said was indirect. But if you know the game and play along, pretty soon the message becomes quite clear.
I bet if you tried real hard, you could give the impression of great corruptibility.
Sergeant Anderson, believe me, I might even deceive you.
So how did you leave it?
I told him if he seriously wished to discuss the terms, to call me back. And when he does, I'll propose him a deal. Then we move in and make the rest.
You want to know what scares me? We might end up with only a middleman.
Yeah, I consider that.
And there's a chance of losing these, which would be very embarrassing all the way around.
Look, Lieutenant, with your permission, let's try something else. Let's see if we can't smoke out the realies and still stay flexible enough to get whoever might be on the other side of the border.
And what do we do next? Walk on water?
Look, it's not that hard. When the guy calls you back, you just cut him off clean. He's got to figure, A, it's too hot for you, or B, you're negotiating with somebody with a little more horsepower. Either way, the people we're after aren't going to like it. And my guess is they'll come slithering right out from under a rock.
Here it comes.
Boy, I'd like to write him a ticket for jaywalking.
Not that guy's problem, man. He's got no respect for the law. Feel like taking a little ride?
I'd love to.
Funny time for a couple of gonets like that to be out buying furniture. Hey, partner. Think you can handle two at a time?
I don't think he understands much English.
Well, shoes seem to have kind of a universal language.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I never thought about it like that.
Well, I happen to have the advantage of being in the business myself. I import practically more shoes than anybody in the entire state of California.
Is that a fact?
That's right. Del Franklin's the name.
Well, Ralph Wardway, how you do?
Ah, you make a great margarita. Thank you.
Honey, look what I found. Del Franklin, say hello to my wife, Trudy.
Buenos dias, senora.
Del's in footwear, honey, sandals and shoes. He's down here on business too, right?
Well, there's no business like shoe business. Well, Dale, how's Roy?
Del.
Told you she had a sense of humor, didn't I?
Sure did.
Well, all I can say is I hope what you're doing is more exciting than what we're doing.
Well, I'd like to be in Puerto Vallarta myself, but I can't make a dime there.
Sometimes I wonder, is money really worth it?
Yes.
Listen, don't you believe her, Del? She loves buying and selling more than I do.
I'd offer you a drink, but my sweet husband here thinks that liquor is brewed in the dark, deep caverns by the devil himself.
Honey, that's not true. I just said that a little wine, a little beer, every once in a while is all right. But these double margaritas, that's something else.
They go down like soda pop. Pop, pop.
Listen, Ralph. Anybody who smokes those things has no right to pass judgment, you know? Waiter, we're thirsty over here.
He really latched onto me like a magnet out there. I bet you $1,000 this is our boy.
As I recall, the last time you were positive about our boy, I was lying on top of a cold storage compartment in a liquor store on 5th Street, and you wouldn't let me go to the bathroom.
You're not kidding, are you? I mean, you're really getting loaded on it. Dad, don't you think you better take it easy on the tequila?
I can handle it. You want me to blow my cover? I'm supposed to be a lush.
Yeah, well, you sure got me fooled.
Ralph, I can't just sit here not drinking anything, staring right at me.
We didn't order any more drinks. Who ordered the drinks? Yeah, did you order these, Del?
Yeah, they're on me, Ralph. Guess you don't like this style of music, but there wasn't any Lawrence Welk in the jukebox. You gotta take what you can get down here.
Thank you.
I said, whereabouts in California are your stores located?
What did you say?
I said, whereabouts in California are your stores located?
No. I don't have any stores. I'm a wholesaler. I thought I told you that, Ralph.
You've got to forgive him, Dale.
Adele.
See, half the time he doesn't listen. And don't ask me where his mind is, because I haven't been able to figure that out.
Hey, why don't you get up and show us how it's done, Trudy?
Ralph and I took a course in those silly dances, rumba, foxtrot, and tango. $370, and I think we only took 3 lessons. Pretty good, you know that?
I didn't have 3 lessons for nothing.
I thought for a while you were never going to ask me to dance.
I'd do anything to keep you from making a complete fool of yourself.
Me? You're jealous.
Jealous of what, of that? Huh.
Did I fall, or did you drop me? Hi.
Hi. You okay?
Yeah, okay. Okay, I think I need a little air. Are you okay,
Yeah,
Ralph?
okay.
Oh.
I'll give you a little help.
No, you stay right here. So I'm tell Dale all about our Mexican furniture, only don't you give away any of our trade secrets. And, order me another, puff. 204, please. Thank you. What were you doing here?
Now that the first date's over, I'd like you to meet my wife. Ralph, Trudy, this is Jenna.
Hi. Don't hide me, you sneak. You want to try it again? Only this time I'll hide in the closet.
Come on, honey, take it easy.
Why should I? She breaks into our room, goes through my things, zonks me cold.
Ladies, may I make a suggestion? Why don't we all calm down, stop wasting our time and our energy, and admit what we're here for? Now, as far as I'm concerned, this says it all. A loop, a leverage gauge, and a diamond scale, yes?
See, I told you she was going through our things.
Come on, Trudy, come on, please. Take it easy. We happen to be very nice people.
Oh, yeah, you're lovely.
To prove it to you, I'm willing to give you $3,000 for your time and your trouble and bid you bon voyage.
Even with the lump on my head, that's very funny.
What she means is we've gotten to where we like it here. You want to take a look at this? It's this little sample of the merchandise. Some of the furniture we came down here to buy.
One of 26 different pieces.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm. And we've already made the deal, folks. So if anybody's moving on, it'll have to be you two.
Just 1 minute.
Oh, you feeling any better?
Some dumb chick I turned out to be.
Oh, you caught her, didn't you?
Seems to me it was the other way around.
Hmm.
Listen, if you're willing to be reasonable, maybe we can still do some business, huh?
Back to our room.
Watching two roosters bleed to death doesn't exactly turn us on, you know what I mean?
Just stick around until we get things settled, okay?
What's to settle? We got an outlet waiting for us in Mexico City that'll pay us 60 cents on the dollar.
That's just the point. I can handle it for you right here.
$60 on the dollar. You know what you're talking about? You're talking about $308,000.
I know. Give me 2 days.
Come on, get up and fight, you quitter! Your wife's cute. Thank you.
I know, she's a very basic woman, Trudy. That's one of the reasons I love her.
Listen, if you want to make the deal at that price, you must have found a pretty good exchange for yourself.
Indeed I do. 70 on the dollar.
70?
Which leaves 10% for the Franklin and saves the Ordways a hell of a lot of running around. Now, doesn't that make sense to everybody?
All right. You come up with the money in 24 hours maximum and we swing.
Fair enough. Provided I get to see the rest of what I'm buying.
Okay. There's a furniture factory over on the Calle de Flores. We'll meet one of you there tomorrow at noon.
Why just one?
Because you swing a pretty mean flower pot, lady, and we'd like to keep the odds even.
You know what I'd like to see someday? The owners put in the ring and tear each other apart. Well, we aren't the only early birds up and about.
You get the feeling the Ordways have checked out of the hotel?
Had the stones to start with.
Yep. And I bet they knew we were going to rip them off.
Think about it, Cliff. They know where we are right now.
Gee, Pep, I hate to say I told you so.
This road would get to anybody.
Oh? I think it's the road, huh? I thought maybe it might have had something to do with all that soda pop you were popping.
I just regret I have but one stomach to give to my department.
Can I write that down?
You can write this down. The next time I drink tequila, it won't be with a flower pot chaser.
They're not going to Mexico City.
Not by car, anyway.
Well, we just passed our friendly federale.
as they get to the airport, they're ours.
Do you hear something?
Yes, I certainly do.
Buenos días, señor.
So, why didn't you stop the guy ahead of me?
Yo no hablo inglés.
I said, why didn't you stop the guy ahead of me? He's going as fast as I was.
Lo siento mucho, pero no hablo inglés.
Where's it going?
What? Flight 472?
I don't know the number. The plane that just took off.
That is Flight 472. sir.
Where is it going?
Well, you can see it right here for yourself.
Oh.
Flight 472 lands in Tijuana for direct connections north, huh?
Right. Thanks.
Hello. It's them.
They got stuff? They got stuff?
Oh, shut up, will you? Yeah, Cliff. How's it going? Look, you're gonna have to speak up. We got a lousy connection. Did you get the stuff?
Now, all I want you to do is to meet that plane, okay? Now, you know the time and the place. Just be there, all right? Okay. It's all settled. They'll pick them up after they land.
Senor Franklin! Senor Franklin! You're under arrest.
I don't understand. What for?
I have a deposition signed by 2 American police officers. One of them, incidentally, a very beautiful blonde.
They're cops?
Stating that you tried to purchase stolen jewelry?
Look, officer, you know as well as I do that no deposition is going to hold up in any court.
Let's just say that it will detain you long enough. And if it doesn't, I always have this traffic citations.
Calneva Airlines, Flight 109, Los Angeles to Reno, is now boarding at Gate 18.
Right there.
What? This gonna be interesting.
You have anything to declare?
Just this.
That's all? Just the one bottle?
Well, only one of its drinks.
That's it. What?
Stones are in the bottle.
Won't you take it from?
Oh, dummy, watch.
Is there any duty on the tequila?
Well, you're in luck, sir. You've just made the legal limit, 1 quart.
Well, what do you know? For once, we did something right.
Thank you very much.
Okay, here they come.
Captain Mike Raj, please
About to do the funny clothes.
What funny clothes?
Yeah, they just got on the elevator. They're coming down to the lobby now.
Roger, we're ready.
All passengers hold their tickets for Calviva Flight 109, Los Angeles to Reno. Please report to Gate 8.
We're not getting off at the main floor, Mr. Ordway.
Pete?
Yeah.
They didn't get off. They kept on going down.
Over there and sit at that table. You two. You folks just make yourself close. It's gonna take a couple seconds here.
I forgot it was Sunday.
What?
The game's on.
What's that old boy next door? You know, he listens to all them games. Football, baseball, hockey. Don't make no difference. He can care less what it is.
Wonder what the score is.
People. What?
Wonder what the score is.
What a waste of good tequila.
They're not here.
What makes me mad is we just had all that stuff pressed.
Come on, stand up and get over here.
Come on, now.
You empty out that purse and let's see what you got in your pockets.
You're wasting your time.
All right. Where?
You don't think we're stupid enough to carry it on us, do you?
Well, you had it when you left Mexico.
When we left Mexico, it was in the mail already in a plain cardboard box.
That's right. So that little cap pistol ain't worth a dime. No, if you want what we got, you're gonna have to deal for it. I think somebody just hit a home run.
It's me, Emery. We got some problems. You better get over here right away.
Those dummies who work in baggage think it was a little strange, two men coming out of an elevator holding guns.
Why should they? They were wearing security uniforms.
That's another thing. Where'd they get the uniforms?
Well, we don't know, Lieutenant. But I imagine by the time our people finish looking around out there, they'll find a couple of guys in some closet with their DVDs.
So two men come out of an elevator pointing a gun on a man and a woman, and nobody can muster up enough curiosity to say, hey, what's it all about? It's a hell of a day's work, that's all I can say.
As we go to the bottom of the ninth inning, the Dodgers holding on to a 5-4 lead. 5 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. The Giants 4 runs, 9 hits, and 3 errors. Mike Marshall asked to get the last 3 outs after surrendering 3 hits and a run in the 8th inning. And Mike will be pitching to Mike Phillips, Dave Rader, and we'll see about a hitter for Randy Moffett. Phillips had struck out twice against Messersmith, but he led off the 7th with a home run against Andy. Left-hand hitting shortstop. He's playing for Chris Fire, who has a sprained ankle.
About time.
They're police.
Them?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes, yes, we saw those two.
At the headquarters. They got off the elevator. I remember. Her face in particular.
Where you going, Emery?
They're cops. They got the stones. They've seen us. Where the hell do you think I'm going?
Look, sit down there. Using that can sitting on the fence. I'll blow your backside the hill. Sit down. What happened to Emery? Thought he was supposed to be your #1 big shot operator. Hey, Emery! You better hightail him. They're right behind you. Get going.
Maybe you ought to get away too while you've still got the chance.
Why's that, darling? We surrounded? I'm gonna stick around here. I'm too low. I want to help out my buddies.
It was never supposed to happen like this.
Ain't that the truth? Don't you sweat. I'll get you out of this mess, one way or another.
You know what he means, don't you? You know what he means.
If there were only some way you could understand, it was never supposed to happen like this. After 40 years working 10 hours a day, I didn't make this economic mess. I give honest value, pay my taxes, even say prayers to God. After 40 years, we're failing.
Mr. Victor, what he means is you pay him enough money, he'll kill us.
Except that music against that boy next door. He listens to all them sporting events.
And it'll be just the same as if you pull the trigger yourselves.
Isn't there some kind of a deal we can make, officer? Some way you can guarantee we won't go to jail?
We can try.
Yeah, sure. She'd make a deal for you. She'd give you about 7, 8 years joint. After today, all them conspiracy charges you've been facing turn your head right around.
All I was trying to do was save my business.
You kidnapped a police officer, held him at gunpoint.
Yes, but if you had no prior knowledge, you're not even involved.
But I did have knowledge.
But think, Mr. Victor, compared with murder, those are minor charges.
It don't make no difference, darling. You know as well as I do. You go to the joint, and the missus go with you.
We couldn't take it. We would die. We're too old. We couldn't survive.
I'm gonna fix it now so you don't have to worry another day for the rest of your life.
For how much money?
Oh, no, Sam, please.
Now, this is insurance money. That's it. That's all.
How could you consider anything like this? How could you?
I'm willing to pay them. But they won't take it. They'd lock us up. In different places where we couldn't possibly survive. We would never see each other again. And Sherry and David and the kids.
If you love me, Sam, don't do this.
Listen to her, Sam. What she says makes sense.
They need us, Hannah. How can they get along without us? And we still need each other.
Mr. Victor?
Well, folks, ball game's over. You might as well sit down. Sit down.
You're never going to see a cent of that money.
Why's that, honey?
Those jewels were on memo, consigned by a dealer from New York. His insurance company has the right to subrogate against the Victors and take everything they own.
Yeah, well, you're wrong again, see? Because they only made a settlement. They give him half, see, $50,000. Just so them poor folks can go with business, see? Now, what I want's them stones.
You know, you use that thing. You kill 2 cops. You're gonna have cops swarming over you like ants over sugar.
Have you thought about that?
Have you thought about that? Says that real pretty. Yes, I thought about that. And the conclusion I come to is I didn't kill 2 cops, see? I killed me 2 finks by the name of Ordway. A couple second-rate Jew fences.
You're getting kind of fuzzy-headed there, aren't you, friend?
fuzzy-headed. All I know is, friend, that I want them stones.
We don't have them.
We don't have them. Says that really pretty, that we don't have them. Well, you know something? In my fuzzy way of thinking, I think you do have them. Tell you the truth, I don't think you let them money aside. You couldn't afford to lose them. I don't know what they're paying you. Now, could you? Am I right? Am I right? Yeah, I'm right. And the jackpot question is, see, which one you two has them and where you keep them. Stand up.
Why?
Not you, Romeo. You stand up. I'm gonna have a little talk to you, just you and me. Come on.
What about?
I'm gonna talk to you about where you got them stone stashed. You know, I think you got them in Brazil, so I think you got them.
You're insane.
It's very loosely thrown around words. You know that? Insane. But I've heard that many times in my life. My dear mom used to tell that to me. And a whole multitude of school teachers used to tell that to me. And some acquaintances I met in the joint used to tell that to me. But right now, in this moment of my life, see, I'm holding this piece on you, and you're looking into it, so it don't make no difference who's insane, who's sane, you know what I mean? So why don't you, disrobe?
I don't have to do this.
Yes, you do, because I'm telling you now. Take it out. You got them in there, and I want them. Come on.
Pep looks like he's got us.
What do you mean, us?
Well, I mean, when you're faced with a situation like this, best thing to do is just relax and enjoy it. That's it.
Crowley, I think you've blown your cotton picking line.
You know what I think is? I think he's stalling, see? Don't do that to me. Just unbutton now. Come on, take it off. Easy, Romeo. I'll blow your head off. Come on. Where you going?
I'm going back here.
No, you coming out here?
I'm not going to take it off.
Get out
Back
here.
there.
Or I'm going to take it off for you. Now, come on.
I'll be back here.
Yeah, I can't see you. Come on out here.
This is good enough.
Pep, do it.
Come on.
Pep, do it now.
Operator, police emergency. One.
Here's a copy of the Victor statement in case either of you are interested.
Not right now.
Yeah, the whole thing seems so stupid.
You better be careful. You're starting to feel sorry for him.
The trouble with you people from criminal conspiracy is all of you are born without souls.
You got a heart of gold, Paul.
Speaking of souls, William, I have just one question for you.
What's that?
Just how far were you willing to let me undress for our kooky friend?
Well, let's face it, kid, our lives were at stake. I guess I was willing to make the ultimate sacrifice.
I hope real soon we run into a lady jewel thief. A nice, tough, aggressive, liberated female.
It wouldn't work.
Why not?
She'd never believe I was wearing a bra. Would she?
Why don't you let us help you?
We want to know about your and Bettina's operation.
I gotta admit, the lady is no prude.
I'll even admit the lady is no lady. They have just found that lady very nude and very murdered.
Yeah, acting crazy.
Call me that. You know she's just like Bettina. You know that. Ah!
He's still on the west side of the street.
I've got him. I'm across the street. What do you think? This the day for the money pass?
Why else would he leave the office in the middle of the afternoon all alone? Hey, Joe, you still with us?
I'm holding home, but the traffic's getting heavy.
Dump the car. Get in front of it.
Anyone know him?
Hey, Pete, shake down this other turkey. We'll stay with number 1. You got it.
He's still not Hinky.
I'm in front of it.
Stay loose. Don't burn it. There he goes toward the high-rise. Pep, go around front.
Why?
Joe, he just made contact with some guy. Gray suit, about 6'2", gray hair, brown shoes. Let's give the guy a light. He just handed him, I think, the matchbook. The guy's coming out. Shake him down. Getting cool out there. Have a nice day. Our pigeon's in the coop.
I never thought we'd get together.
Well, why do you think that?
Are you kidding? Look at you and now look at me. I must be at least twice your age, huh? Oh, Bettina. Beautiful name, beautiful girl.
I think your name is beautiful, too.
What, Sam?
The one that says owner after the name of the company.
How does it look, Bill?
Well, it looks like it's going to be a long day. Hey, Pep, tell me something. Who's in 404?
Miss Bettina Moore. I think Sam just blew my whole image of him as a devout family man.
Well, that's the trouble with idols. They never last. I think that's a wrap for today. We're not getting anywhere.
Ooh. Besides looks, you got brains. You know something? If you wanted one of those muscle types cats, you know, one of those beach boys, you could hang around a gym and smell sweat, but...
But if I want nice things, stick with Sam.
Right.
Now relax. This is going to be one afternoon you're never going to forget.
Oh, come in.
Moore. Who's Bettina Moore?
Remember that apartment we followed Loverboy to last week?
Sam Corbett.
They've just found that lady very nude and very murdered down at the beach.
With a butcher knife?
Preliminary investigation indicates she was badly beaten, too.
I think we want to buy this one.
I haven't touched a thing, just like the other officers told me.
That's very good, Mr. Lang. Appreciate that. Listen, I think we can handle this. You don't have to hang around.
Oh, I don't have anything else to do. I think I will hang around.
Okay.
Did Miss Moore have many visitors?
At least 5 or 6 every week. And always different.
Well, they obviously weren't coming up for a cooking, unless they were maraschino cherry freaks.
I certainly wish you people would hurry this up. I do have a waiting list.
You have a waiting list?
Of course. Don't you know what's happening nowadays? Apartments are hard to come by, especially a good one like this. I've already had 4 inquiries.
I don't know much about turntables, but that one looks expensive.
Yeah. I know a little about clothing. I'll tell you something. This is expensive.
I wonder what kind of booze she drank.
Bill, something's wrong.
Hmm?
Something about this place that bugs me.
What bugs you?
I don't know. For one, nobody arranges furniture like this, all lined up like a railroad track.
Tell you what it reminds me of. A high-class X-rated motel room.
You would think of that.
We haven't got the waterbed, but we sure got the mirrors, haven't we? Is that what I think it is?
Uh-huh.
Mr. Lang, what's on the other side of this wall?
Another apartment.
Uh-huh. Anybody home?
I don't know.
Well, then why don't we check it out? Mr. Lang, don't get ashes on the rug, will you? Who is this tenant?
I never saw him. He pays his rent by mail, strictly cash. But he's very quiet. He never disturbs any of the tenants. Mr. Cornwell? Mr. Cornwell?
Why don't you just let us in, Mr. Lang?
Are you sure that I can do this?
I'm sure Mr. Cornwell won't mind.
Good grief.
What's the matter? Oh,
Looks a little like your place.
thank you. Aha, bingo.
Look at this. A nice view.
What do you think this is?
I don't know. Jaws?
I gotta admit, the lady is no prude.
I'll even admit the lady is no lady.
Wonder what other talent she's got. Joe, what'd you come up with?
Nothing local. She took 3 prostitution buses in New York City.
I don't know. Maybe it's my own personal vendetta. I'd like to assume that Sam Corbett's tied in with her killing.
Him and the butcher knife.
Yeah? Sam Corbett?
That's pretty weird. You think that's weird? You should have been with me the time I was in Cleveland. I met this lady one time.
Talking about the butcher knife, not the film. You ever knew a hitman who used one?
Maybe our hitman didn't want us to know he was a hitman. Anyway, we better get out there and find Bettina Moore's partner before the guy with the butcher knife finds him.
Which means?
I want us to get out there and hit on every snitch, pimp, and streetwalker and start shoving. And that's tonight.
Which means no more warm dinner again.
Come on.
Bill, the off switch is where it says off.
Huh?
Good evening.
Hey, man, I'm clean.
I know that. You're always clean. There's a girl I want some information on. Now take a good look. Tell me if you know her name or anything about her.
Hey, she's a real good looker.
Hooker.
Hooker?
Mm-hmm.
She don't look like a hooker.
The best ones never do they? You ever see her before?
Nah, I remember her. Nah, never did. What'd she do, Sanj?
She got herself killed.
Hi, I'm Candy. I'm your hostess on your evening's trip to the pleasures of sensuality.
Hello, Candy. I'm Bill. This is Pepper.
I just love groovy people. You know, we have a special established especially for couples.
You, take credit cards?
Bring it back. Oh, yes, we accept all the major...
You have a special rate for cops.
You must be kidding.
Just tell Andy Benjamin that Crowley's here, okay? I wouldn't eat that unless you have a sweet tooth for penicillin.
Crowley, get your rear end in here.
Come here, all.
Bill Crowley, you old son of a gun. Come here, let me get a look at you.
How you been, sweetheart?
Terrific.
Thank you.
Say, you're looking great.
So are you.
Oh, I declare it makes a person want to take off a couple of pounds and go courting.
Sweetheart, before you lose any poundage, I gotta tell you, I personally like my women with little meat on it.
Your lady friend looks well proportioned to me, William.
Maybe you like them skinny. Say hello to Pepper Anderson.
And Benjamin, how do you do?
Well, hello, girl. Neat stuff.
Thank you.
What brings you out, Willie boy?
Well, I got a snapshot here I'd like to have you take a look at. This little lady, look familiar to you? You ever seen her before?
My. Popular girl.
Oh?
Lots of folks asking about her lately.
Would, one of them be Sam Corbett, by any chance?
Just folks.
Bettina is dead. And we know she was the front end of a shakedown team.
Yeah, I need to know the guy who was the back end.
William, it's a good thing you're a cop. You'd starve to death if you were out on the street. Bettina Moore's peep-eye wasn't no guy. It was a little chick named Sheila.
The girl.
What was Sheila's last name?
And what's the winning horse in tomorrow's feature? Man, you got to do something yourself.
And I don't suppose you have any idea where she is.
Did I tell you I have to go for a hearing about my massage license?
No, you failed to mention that.
Seems one of our girls was indiscreet with one of our young customers who turned out to be one of your fellow police officers. You get my meaning?
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do, Annie Benjamin. I'll say a couple of words to a couple of guys down in Vice.
Bless you, Willie.
Now, what are you going to do for me?
One hears that there may be a motorhome parked on Cabrillo Beach.
Like where?
About 100 yards west of the main highway.
The salt there might do some good. Thanks a lot, sweetheart.
Anytime, Willie. Do tell those guys down at the Morals unit not to bust me on Saturday night.
Oh, how's Tuesday night, Grab?
What's she got that I haven't got?
A weekly physical.
Candy, turn up that air conditioner. It's getting hot in here. Candy, where are you? Who are you? What do you want?
Motor's still warm.
Maybe we better knock first.
You're naughty, you know that?
Uh-huh. Hello? Don't open up, police!
Did you ever work in massage parlors downtown? What? You ever hear of a person named Ann Benjamin?
Benjamin? No.
All right, let's start at the beginning. Now, what's your name?
Sumner. Sheila Sumner.
Who was this guy?
I don't know.
You don't know? You don't know who was trying to kill you?
No.
Sheila, we want you to tell us about Bettina.
I don't want to talk about it.
I don't think you understand. I mean, Bettina is dead.
Oh, I understand just fine. I don't want to talk about it. Have you heard of my right to remain silent, the Miranda decision? Heard of that?
Yeah, I think I've heard of it. Have you ever heard of the penal code and how extortion gets you 10 years in the state prison?
Bill? Yeah, I've heard of that.
Bill?
Yeah.
That was Joe on the telephone from the hospital. N.T. Benjamin's in intensive care, and it looks like it's going to be a long time before she does any talking to anyone.
You see, we're obviously not the only ones curious about your operation.
Sheila, this is just the start. They're not going to quit. Why don't you let us help you?
I don't know what to do. I just don't know.
Sheila, why don't you trust us? You know, we're not going to let anybody hurt you. Really.
What do you want to know?
We want to know about your and Bettina's operation.
Okay. We've been working it about a year. It was easy. The money was good.
But why did you pick Corbett as a mark? I mean, don't you think that was a little risky?
Yeah, it was a little bit stupid. We didn't even know he was with the mob. We thought he was some guy with a finance company. By the time we found out, it was too late.
Yeah. You want to tell us about that night?
Bettina went out to meet him. When she didn't come back, I went to look for him. And I found him.
Then what'd you do?
I came out here.
Anybody else know you were living at the beach?
No one.
Has Corbett ever seen you?
No, that was Bettina's number. I just worked the background.
Yeah, well, he may not have seen you, but he obviously knows you exist. Pete, listen. Take her over to the Victorian. Tuck her in for the night. We'll touch bases in the morning.
All right.
We're going to put you out of circulation till we can put Mr. Corbett out of circulation.
No, we'll take care of you.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Afraid?
Let's check out this camp.
Yes, sir, Mr. Smith. I hope you and Mrs. Smith enjoy your stay here. Room 416.
Thank you. Presidential suite awaits us. Madame. Whew. Might as well relax. Everything's cool.
You out of your mind. Why is everything cool? Because we registered as Mr. and Mrs. Smith and we've got luggage. It's just like the old days, isn't it?
Lighten up.
I saw you register. I watched you. You think I'm a hooker, so stop playing it like the Sound of Music.
Listen, I don't care if you're a hooker or a nun. You know, that's not my trip. So you might as well relax. I'm a friend.
I'm sorry.
Sorry for what?
I never did that before.
Well, maybe you ought to do it more often.
Phone, Mr. Corbett.
Hello?
Mr. Corbett,
Who is this?
just a fan of yours, Sam. Especially those movies you make.
What is this, a joke? I don't know what you're talking about.
Now, Sam, you may have thought you solved all your problems with Bettina, but they've just begun with me. Oh, well.
Oh, well, wait a minute now, wait a minute. Hang on. What do you say we get together and talk about this?
Sam, you're a moody fellow. First you don't want to, then you do want to. Well, you insist.
Good. Well, why don't you meet me in my office in about, say about an hour?
Not today, but we'll get together. I'll pick the place. See you.
Don't hang...
Dad, are you ready for the tennis game?
Tell your mother I'll be just a few minutes. I'll meet her up at the tennis court.
Is anything wrong?
No. Just some business, that's all. Charlie, Bill. Look, I want everyone here at the house tomorrow night.
You think that's wise, Mr. Corbett?
I said everyone. We're going to end this thing, once and for all.
Well, good morning.
Morning.
Are you hungry?
Yeah.
Well, that's good, because breakfast is served. If Madame will allow.
It's Mademoiselle, Detective Royster. That much French I know.
And it's Investigator Royster.
Yeah?
Or Pete. Or Hey You. But preferably Pete.
Okay, Detective Royster.
No. I'm not a cop, remember? We're just plain Mrs. and Mr. Smith from La Crosse, Wisconsin. Cash. Okay. You hand a wonderful cup of coffee.
Sorry you slept on the couch.
It's all right. It's a luxury compared to the time I was trapped in the trunk of a police car.
You were trapped in the trunk of a police car.
I certainly was.
How did you get out of the trunk of the car?
I didn't. Now, fortunately, and I do mean fortunately, it was the end of the year, and we traded in that car for another one. Now, the guy who bought this car tried to use me as a bumper jack, and when he found out I didn't work, he complained to the dealer.
You made me wait for that punchline.
It's true. You see? How do you think I broke my nose, you know? Really. Now, he had me upside down with my nose under the bumper. Now, if you think that's a funny one, it reminds me of the time when I was working with his hooker. Wrong.
I used to envy Bettina because she was so beautiful.
Yeah, She was beautiful.
Hmm. It's one of the reasons I never did that number. Can you imagine someone choosing me over her?
Sure I can. And I don't mean just as a hooker either. I mean as a woman.
You don't have to do that number on me, Detective Royster. I'm committed to working on this case with you guys. I'm not going to back out.
What I've said has nothing to do with the case.
Oh, yeah, I think it has everything to do with the case. You are a cop.
That's true. But contrary to popular belief, some of us still dig helping people.
Sorry.
Our Vegas profits were excellent last month, especially considering it's not a tourist season. And I'm especially happy with the work your men have been doing at that one casino. It's really been turning out a lot.
What line?
Line 3, Mr. Corbett.
Yeah?
Yeah, yourself, lover.
I've been waiting for your call.
Ah, but you've been a busy little devil, haven't you?
I don't understand.
But you do understand money, Sam, and that's what it's all about, huh?
Well, sure, I've got it down in my office. Now, why don't you meet me there and you can pick it up?
Tonight.
Your office? Tonight? Honey, Mama didn't raise her kids that dumb. I'll meet you at high noon with lots of people. The Queen Mary Plaza.
Tomorrow.
Well, how will I know you?
I'll know you, lover. Remember, you're very photogenic.
I wonder what she looks like, that chick.
We don't know yet.
Then find out. She's got to be hiding somewhere.
All you got is a name, Sheila. It's gonna be tough.
I don't want to hear about tough. Now put the word out. And remember, I don't want to have to meet that lady. And I won't forget the guy that makes that possible.
Now then, we get 4 cards up, and we bet on each card who's ever high. Like, you're high now, so it's your bet.
I wonder if Bettina ever thought it would end like this. It's weird.
What is?
We never talked about the future, either of us. It was always what happened that day. Who we met, people we talked to in the market, the weather. If it was a really nice day, she'd get rhapsodic.
You really liked her a lot.
I loved her. She was my friend. She was fun. I loved her. Just looking at her made me feel good.
You know something? I just want you to know that I feel very good here myself, just talking with you. Playing cards, whatever.
Saved you the price of a ticket. I'm a plain girl. I'm not saying ugly, but I'm plain.
You've been watching too much television. You're a very pretty lady. You have very beautiful eyes.
And you're blind.
Wrong. To me, the eyes are the most beautiful part of the body. Really. You can tell an awful lot about a person just by looking in their eyes. They're like little windows which reveal everything that's happening inside for those of us who care to take a look. And what I see is that you're a very beautiful lady.
I can't handle that.
Oh, really? You want more proof? All right.
Royster, what are you doing?
We're gonna decorate those windows. Now, you keep this door closed. I'll be back in a minute. And this is a secret between you and me now. Don't ever let Crowley know this, or I'll be walking the beat until I'm 104. And don't open the door for anyone, except Hey You or Pete.
Hey, you?
Yeah.
Ain't it just my luck to get locked up with a freaky cop?
Now, I suppose you're wondering what all this junk is for, right?
It's junk for my beautiful eye.
That's right.
I've used that stuff before. It never did a thing for me.
But that's because you didn't have an expert to help you.
And Hey You is the expert.
Absolutely. Listen, Sheila, this is something I've never told many people before, but a long time ago in the force, before we had ladies working with us, I had occasion to dress up like a female. Really, I was the original policewoman. Of course, my hips were a little slimmer and my legs were a little longer. Seriously, I had to dress up like a chick.
With or without your mustache?
That all depended on who we were trying to catch.
Ah!
Now, what I've learned early in the game is that the eye makeup makes all the difference, especially the shadows. Which brings me to my two favorites, Mink Brown and Foxy Silver. Now, if you want my personal opinion and professional, Foxy Silver. I'll save the Mink Brown for me for later.
Hey, what if I wind up looking like a raccoon?
What you talking about? Raccoon is my favorite animal.
Oh, yeah? No kidding.
Now I think, well, we'll brush it a bit.
Okay.
They forgot the brush. I tell you what, you wipe all this off now. And when I come back, we'll start from scratch. Same rules, right? You have very beautiful eyes.
She should have checked in the last couple of days.
No, no girl checked in at all.
Keep your eyes open. If anybody does, let us know.
Hey, wait a minute. Nothing says she has to be living alone, does it?
No.
Now, this couple checked in. A little blonde and this fella. He signed his name as Smith. The 14th one this week. I thought there was something phony about it. I put him up in room 416.
You might have earned yourself another 5.
Plan later. Come on, let's go.
Crowley.
Bill, it's Pete.
Yeah, Pete.
Listen, we got trouble, man. A couple of Corbett's guys just showed up at the hotel. We had to split really quick.
Where are you now?
I'm at an outdoor phone booth on the west side. We gotta make a move really quick, man.
Listen, Pete, I've been taking care of Cheever's place.
Down at the beach.
Yeah, I do. I've been there.
Well, go again. Key's under the planter.
All right. Wouldn't you know, I forgot to pack my surfboard.
Pete, how's she taking it?
She's fantastic. She'll do just fine.
We'll catch up with you in a while.
Okay, we'll be there. Good morning. How about a cup of coffee?
No.
Well, if you don't like my coffee, then how about some milk and cookies?
You're crazy. You gotta be out of your mind. Milk and cookies. Somebody tries to kill me and you think I should go eat milk and cookies. Well, what should we do now? Should we fix up my hair and go play in the sand?
Look, Sheila. I know where you're coming from, you know that. We might as well relax and try and stay calm.
It's very easy for you to say. When this is all over, it's, just split. Leave it all behind, right?
No way, Sheila, not a chance. You know that. You know that. It's all right.
Pete?
Oh. Finally made it. Bill. Hi, Pep.
How's it going?
All right.
How you feeling, Sheila?
She's a little uptight, understandably.
But you feeling better, huh?
She'll be all right, Bill.
Yeah, well, I brought a couple of mug shots here, a couple of mug books. Why don't you take a look at it and see if you recognize any guys you may have seen around the apartment?
Oh, come on, Bill. I just told you she was a little uptight.
I heard you, Pete.
I know, but does she have to do it right now?
Yes, she has to do it right now. Do you mind? I tell you something else. I'd like to hear her voice when I ask her a question. Is that all right with you, Investigator Royster?
Pete, why don't you and I go look for some cookie shells, okay?
I guess that was a little out of line, huh?
Yeah, Lil. Just like I have been, and Bill, and Joe. You're entitled, once in a while.
I really like her, you know what I mean, Pep?
I noticed. You know, I can't even get my own life straight, much less give anybody else advice, but try to remember, she's still got to face those extortion charges.
No.
None of those.
Nothing, huh? What about over here?
No.
Huh? That's it. Okay, Pep, let's go.
Yeah, in a minute.
We better get moving. We haven't got much time.
If I'm going to meet with Corbett, I'm going to take along a little insurance. Okay?
Okay, let's go. Thanks, Sheila. See you, Pete. Bill?
Sorry about over there.
Forget about it, Pete. Everybody's a little uptight.
Yeah, no, I really mean it, though.
Hey, it's forgotten, okay?
Hello, I want to talk to Mr. Corbett. Mr. Corbett.
What do you got for me?
Here you go, sir. That should keep you busy. Everybody set?
Take a look. The guy in the uniform is wired. And so are the two plainclothesmen at the bus. Pepper's in phone booth number 1 at the front entrance.
Okay, guys, here I come.
All units, officers approaching the circuit.
Look alive, guys. Here comes the spider. Looking like a lamb.
Hello, lover.
Hello. Say, I must admit I'm a little bit surprised.
Really? Why, Mr. Corbett?
See, you're much better looking than your girlfriend, the one...
Best of two worlds, right? I'm alive, too.
You mind if I look in this? Come on.
No, when do I get to look? For the money.
You mustn't be hostile. Yeah. take the gun out of her bag. Hey, little girl shouldn't play with such dangerous toys. Now, don't panic. Nobody's going to get hurt.
What are you going to do?
Well, we'll take a little walk toward the street.
I've never seen the Queen Mary.
Just walk slow. That's it. Right over here. That ought to do it.
Got it. That's it.
Hey, my glasses. Somebody give me my glasses, will
Somebody
you?
get his glasses.
I'm telling you, I wasn't going to kill her.
No, you were just going to take Sergeant Anderson here on a nice, quiet little ride, huh? Like, Bettina Moore?
Hey, wait a minute. I had nothing to do with killing that chick.
What was that, Sam? Was that an accident?
What was it?
Well, this broad, this Moore, she suckers me up to her apartment. She pulls this number on me, takes this film, and then she tries to shake me down. Oh, I was mad. I wanted to kill her. I admit it. I sent out a couple of guys to...
You sent out a couple of guys to...
For what?
Well, you know, to try to talk her out of it, to get the film back, okay? But they never found her. I mean, before they did, we heard she was dead.
Oh, come on, Sam. You expect us to believe that?
You can believe whatever you want. I'm telling you the truth.
Mr. Corbett, how did you know where my gun was?
I got a call. Party said you were going to rip me off, but you had no intention of handing over the film.
Did this guy also tell you where a gun was?
What do you mean, guy? It was abroad.
Well, as long as I'm here, I might as well help out.
Something's wrong. They should be here.
Nothing's wrong.
Why aren't they here?
Things like this take time, baby. Don't worry. I haven't seen a time yet when the crooks weren't at least a couple hours late. We haven't been touched in years.
I was always on time. I'm a crook.
Listen, baby, don't start putting yourself through all these changes, huh? And, you know, you might take it easy on that stuff, too.
What is all this? Something that Sergeant Anderson gave you to use on me?
Oh, Pepper?
Yes, Pepper. Think I didn't see you two wandering down the beach arm in arm?
Oh, Pepper and me? Really? You're acting crazy.
Only that. You know she's just like Bettina. You know that? You
Just
think you
relax.
just show her pretty face and wiggle around and she can get just what she wants.
Ain't worth it.
Fall over for her.
Now just calm down. All right? Relax. We. Yes, hello. Oh, Joseph. How you doing? What? You're kidding.
Hey, Pete. 1252 to 51.
This is 51. Go ahead.
Trouble. Pete was cut off in mid-transmission. We'll keep trying.
That's a Roger. We're on our way.
Take the front of the house. Pete, man, you all right? What's the matter?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Where's Sheila?
She's got my gun.
Bill?
What?
Sheila! She's heading toward the pipe.
She's got Pete's gun. Can't see her. Pep, take this way. I'll go around the back. Pete! I lost her. Why don't you take this side?
Bill, take it easy, huh?
Yeah, sure.
Sheila! 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 Sheila!
Ugly, ugly, ugly.
Pete, stay back. Pete! Pete, baby.
It's all right, baby. Come on, baby. Give me the gun. It's okay.
Bettina.
It'll be all right, baby.
Bettina. Not good enough. She finally hooked herself up a rich one. Let me be your maid, please. Please? I'll do anything. And she just laughed. You're not good enough. I picked up the knife and I asked her one more time, please? Please? Not good enough. Not good enough. That's what she said to me. Bettina?
Stabbed 6 times, twice in the heart.
The neighbors, nobody saw anything.
I live here, remember? You and your wife live 2 doors down.
Well, as long as I'm here.
That could be the start of some new pattern. There's someone out there all wrapped up in hate.
Yes, for police women. In case you forget, that's what I am. I'm a cop. You shouldn't have. Shouldn't have? That's exactly what she asked me to bring her. Okay. Now, Sarah, for when we were bunkies together, because you never had any cologne of your own.
I was always running out because you always kept ripping me off. Ooh, Noche de Luna, night of the moon.
Well, don't wear it when any loonies around.
The way things have been going these days, I'll settle for one of those.
Hey, Liz, welcome back. How was your trip?
Deborah. Oh, wonderful.
Oh, listen, for all of you police persons who haven't met Irene Boyer, this is Irene Boyer.
Hi, Irene.
She's new. Stolen property, lots of luck.
Oh, Pepper. Perfect timing.
Oh, thank you. Oh, Lay.
Hold it down in here. Sounds like a hen party.
Hey!
Welcome back. Oh.
Hey, get out of here, man. This is our oasis.
And wait till I get my enchilada. I didn't get one postcard from you.
William, the cruise was only for 7 days. Besides, you just moved and I lost my address book.
That's a likely story.
But I think this should appease you.
Mexican Johnny Beans, right?
No, it's not. Swiss.
Let me see.
It cost a lot of pesetas, so I want you to wear it.
Look at that.
Oh, Liz.
Wow.
Okay, it's only for very special occasions, okay? So don't wear it all the time. You don't want to
Are
hurt
you
it.
kidding? This is my everyday watch. Put that right on.
Oh!
This means we're engaged, right?
Only during office hours. Oh, how's Honey Bunch? Oh, you were such a sweetheart for taking care
I
of
tell
him.
you, I give you a little clue about Honey Bunch. He's not sleeping on my bed, and I'm curled up on the newspapers in the corner. It's a dumb name for a dog. I get it. If you don't think I feel silly going out in the back yelling, "Come on, Honey Bunch, here, Honey Bunch."
Crowley, the way I hear it, you gave Liz the dog and you named it.
Is that what you hear? Listen, you stick around and let them work. I take you over to Vinny's and buy you the biggest steak in the house. So let's stop over to my place and pick up Honey Bunch. It's a silly name for a dog.
Now does it make any sense?
Well,
Which means not really, but it will later. Right?
Pepper, I'm not exactly a nosy type,
But be nosy, you're a cop.
well, back in there, Liz Robeson and Sergeant Crowley, well, I was wondering, is there some sort of thing between them?
Yeah, they love each other. See, about, must be 12 years now. Crowley and Liz's brother were partners in Ad Narc. And they were working a case, closing in on a dealer. The dealer was armed, was about to take a shot at Bill when Robeson rushed him and he got the bullet instead. And it killed him. So now Liz is a cop and Crowley is like a big brother to her. That's the thing between them.
When'd you get back, Liz?
Oh, well, the ship docked about noon. So I went home and I took a nap, which I needed desperately. Then I just came right down here to see you guys.
Hope you had a nice time, did you?
Oh, excellent.
What are you thinking about?
Just wondering,
What are you wondering?
you're sure this is your treat?
Sure, why would you ask a dumb question like that? Listen, even though I said steak, I just gotta tell you, I hear that Vinny has a new sandwich. Tuna and pimento loaf. That's just, no, but have the steak.
If you
Have the
taught me-
steak. Have the steak. Sarah,
Oh,
did you get the message?
yeah, Bill, thanks. I'd love to join you, but I've got to show these to Hopkins.
You're not going with us?
No, I'm sorry. I've worked on 6 unfit mother cases today. 6, and I'm
Okay.
just too pooped.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
See you next time.
all right?
Okay.
Bye-bye. Pep?
Thank you.
My cabin mate was this lady named Ms. Nimrova.
Your cabin mate was named Ms. Nimrova?
Mm-hmm. When I first met her, I thought, my Lord, how am I going to live with all this smoke?
Lots of cigarettes, huh?
No. It's even worse.
No. Cigars?
No. She smoked a pipe, Pepper.
A pipe? She
You're
smoked in
kidding.
the cabin?
Sure it was Ms. Nimrova?
No doubt.
I mean, from what I hear, these cruises really swing.
walked up to me and said to me, "What line of work are you in, Miss Robeson?" And I said, "I'm in Vice, sir."
And then he wasn't so bored anymore.
Hey, I was sitting at the captain's table next night. The champagne just flowed.
Bill, when can I get 7 days off to just take a dinghy to Catalina?
You gotta be dingy to ask a question like that.
Stabbed 6 times, twice in the heart.
The neighbors, nobody saw anything.
No,
No fingerprints.
nothing except the dead policewoman. And maybe this. Hoyt Wiley. You know the name.
Sure, Arizona City. Wanted for killing a couple of policewomen there a few months ago, right?
Wanted, never caught. It's the same M.O. Bedroom, dark, gloves, 6 knife wounds, no sexual attack, no apparent motive.
Just insane.
Just insane. But maybe Wiley decided to come to the West Coast. He was reported in Portland and Spokane. Maybe he's down here now.
Captain, we won't in on this, all right?
Franklin and his men will continue on the Wiley end. That's the only possibility we have. I want you to talk to Liz Robeson. She and Rossi were roommates. Find out everything she knows.
She's waiting in my office right now, Captain. She wants in on this, too.
It was 6 weeks ago that she found this house, a rental. She said it was about time that we each had a place of our own. I think she just wanted to do something extravagant with a rave.
Is that when she moved?
Yeah.
Liz? How long did the two of you share your house?
2 years.
Liz, in that time, were there any men who she knew, dated, that might have been a problem? Something personal?
Sarah didn't go out.
Never?
With guys from the academy. When you're in juvenile, your job is your life. You deal with the kids and the parents, or you're always trying to solve some heavy situation.
Were any of those situations especially heavy recently?
Maybe one.
When was this?
About 6 months ago.
What was that, honey?
There was a drunk who had been accused of abusing his children, and he put 2 babies in the hospital. His wife was too scared to testify, and Sarah had finally convinced her to file for divorce.
Did the guy know that Sarah convinced her?
Oh, yeah. I don't know how he got her number, but he did. He started calling Sarah and saying that she had ruined his life. And threatening her.
Well, didn't she report it?
Well, I think she was going to, but then the call stopped.
Liz, do you know his name?
No. But I bet if I looked in her files, I'd find a name.
Come on, I'll help you.
Thank you. So once in a while, Sarah and I would, we'd have a beer and we'd stay up late at night and we'd talk. One night after we'd seen this movie with a lot of really great-looking people in it, Sarah said, "I am plain. I was born plain. And if I could have one wish, I wish I could be pretty for one day. No, make that a one weekend." She didn't know how beautiful she was.
That'll be $2.25. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello?
Hi, may I help
Eileen
you?
Hawkins. I'm Sergeant Crowley. This is Sergeant Anderson. The police department would like to talk to you.
Whatever this is about, can we talk later? I'm real busy.
So are we.
Look, I'm very sorry about that girl. I heard about it on the radio, and I went to church, and I lit a candle for her. But I don't know anything about how she died.
Was murdered. You're married to Sam Hawkins, right?
Was.
Yeah. Well, we're trying to locate him.
Well, you're cops. That shouldn't be hard.
We haven't been able to find him.
Well, that's your problem. Look, I have customers, and my boss is giving me some cockeyed looks.
Why don't we let the boss handle that, I'm sure.
And blow my job, that's all I need.
Mrs. Hawkins, a 23-year-old policewoman named Sarah Rossi is dead.
I know that. And I said it. I'm sick about that. She was the best thing that ever happened to me. Talking me into getting rid of that bum. But I can't help you.
He put 2 of your children in the hospital, one with a concussion, one with 3 fractured ribs, right?
Colleen, where is he?
I don't know.
Have you seen him recently?
About 3 weeks ago.
You want to tell us where?
He came by the house one night to ask for some money, obviously for booze. I gave it to him and he left.
Do you know where he's living now?
Somewhere in Rosella, a rooming house or an apartment. I don't know.
Thank you.
Bill? Hey, Bill, you anything about Hoyt Wiley yet?
Yeah, so far he's been spotted twice. First time he turned out to be a local minister. Second time he was an engineer who just flown in for a month in Japan. Here's Hawkins' mugshot. Let's get busy on him.
This guy Hawkins, we'll start checking the Rosella area, huh?
Yeah, concentrate especially on the bars.
All right.
Bill, let's visit Jim's grave.
Sure, honey. Yeah.
Hi, Bill.
Hi, honey.
Anything?
A couple of love letters from upstairs.
Yeah, I read the one about the policewomen protecting themselves, etc.
Yeah, well, that's the one with the et ceteras. Read the one with the damn it.
To all division heads, we're being besieged by the public, the press, not to mention the commissioner. Nearly a week's gone by, damn it. And we haven't come up with a thing on the S. Rossi case. S. Rossi. By the end of the month, it's going to be Sarah who? The Hawkins suspect is obviously not in the Rosella area. 7 phone calls today alone and the alleged local whereabouts of subject Hoyt Wiley have all turned out to be dead ends.
Excuse me, communications just heard from Pete and Joe. They got a tip on Hawkins. He's been spotted in a bar near the harbor.
Hallelujah.
Joe.
Hawkins, come here. We just want to talk with you. Hold it. Please, hold.
That's right. Come on.
All right, off the car. Come on.
Come on. Come on down. Come on down. Come on.
All right, come on, put him on the car. Stretch him out.
What are you talking about, phoned her? I never phoned her.
You sure about that, Hawkins? Huh? You sure you didn't phone up Sarah Rossi and threaten her? Absolutely positive, huh?
Please listen. I told you.
Suppose we tell you. Suppose we tell you that there was another policewoman listening in on the extension to your conversation, and she can identify your voice.
Okay. But I never threatened her.
Oh, come on, Hawkins. That's just not the way we heard it.
I just said to her that they were my kids, my family. And she should have minded her own damn business. I didn't like her. I even hated her, okay?
Did you hate her enough to kill her?
I didn't kill her. I didn't even threaten her.
Why'd you try to run? 2 police officers called out to you. You took them for quite a ride.
I didn't know they were the heat. I thought, well, I owe some money. I thought they were trying to collect.
Where were you last Friday night, Hawkins?
It's 1,000 years ago.
Well, think back 1,000 years. Where were you?
I must have been with a friend. Girl I knew.
What was her name?
Rose.
Rose who?
Brarely. B-R-E-A-R-L-Y.
Who is she?
She ain't no nun.
Rose? I got 2 of them lived here. Real flowers, both of them.
Rose Brarely.
Yeah, she's the one who moved out.
When?
3 days ago.
Do you know where?
Where? Lady, her rent was paid up. I couldn't care less where.
Tell me something. Was she here last Friday night?
I guess so.
With somebody?
Well, let's put it this way. If she wasn't upstairs with one of her tricks, I'm Princess Grace.
Do you happen to know with whom?
No, I don't. Look, I rent out rooms with kitchenettes. I try to keep the halls clean. I wash off any filthy language from the walls as soon as I see it. That garden out there, that tacky garden, I try to keep it from looking double tacky. All of which puts me into bed at about 10 o'clock, and which means that I couldn't keep up with the traffic around here if I wanted to.
You behave yourself.
Bill, any luck?
Oh.
No. What's with Hawkins?
Well, they let him go.
Oh, no.
The polygraph proved inconclusive. And the public defender, Choppa, he came stomping in.
Yeah, you said it all, Pete. Choppa. Hoyt Wiley, has he been seen again?
Not in the last half hour.
Anything from Liz?
Nothing yet.
Shut up. I'm waiting for someone.
You want to see me?
Hello, Francie.
I've been out of town a couple days. My sister's real sick.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Plane fare cost me plenty.
How much?
$300.
That's awful high, Francine.
You paid it before.
Rose Brarely. Do you know her?
Oh, she's, an acquaintance.
Yeah. We're looking for her hard.
How hard, Liz?
$300.
Oh, there was an extra 50 for the cab fare, so tips, you know.
Do you know where she is?
How about it?
$350. You'll have it tomorrow.
She, went back to her pimp. Dude named Ossie Dalton, you know him?
No. Where's his place?
Chelsea Street. The apartment house on the corner. Okay?
Thank you. Give my best to your sister.
She's feeling better already.
Yeah?
You Rose Burley? I mean, he said you were something, but he didn't prepare me for all this.
Who said that?
Ossie. Ossie Dalton? I don't know, maybe I'm in the wrong place.
No, you're in the right place, Ansel. Come on in.
Listen, on second thought, Rose, why don't you just come along with me? Let's slip into a fish net, honey. Let's move it.
Hey, Liz, your Ho Chi Minh's getting cold. Not to mention your butterfly shrimp.
I'm not hungry. It's been such a week.
Yeah, isn't it?
I'm glad it's over, but I'm not hungry.
Not hungry? Well, then maybe you don't mind if we help you out a bit, do you?
No.
Oh, did the Burley girl roll over on Hawkins?
No, because she was with Hawkins.
What?
That's right. They spent the evening together. She said he drank too much, conked out, hit the sack. Then two of our girlfriends came over and they played cards the rest of the night. He was there in plain sight.
We checked them both out separately. It's true.
And that leaves us with Hoyt Wiley as our only suspect.
Hoyt Wiley. We just got word they picked him up an hour ago and they're flying him back to Arizona City. He's been holed up in Ohio for 2 months.
Just isn't our day, is it?
Honey Bunch. Over here, Honey Bunch. Let's eat. Come on. Poor baby's getting so old she can hardly see.
Yeah, but she can still eat. Look at her go.
I tell you something, she wouldn't do that for me. I had to hand feed her.
Okay, well, let's see what we have for us.
Are you inviting us to dinner?
Hey, according to my watch, I'd say it's about time we went out and had a bite to eat someplace. What do you say to Mazzarino's, little veal picante?
Well, I've got to walk Honey Bunch later, and I think it's going to be raining. Bill, I'm really frustrated. I couldn't smile at a waiter to save my life.
Could you smile at me?
Oh, you too.
Let me see what I have here.
Why don't I make the salad? Tell her what a good salad
she
I make.
makes a great salad.
I bet.
You got any cucumbers? She's great with cucumbers.
Yes, and carrots.
Wait a
Give me the carrots.
Bear. Tell you what, right after dinner, why don't we take Honey Bunch for a walk? And we'll pack you off with peppers for the night, okay?
What?
Yeah, we talked about it, and I think Bill's right. Wiley's locked up, Hawkins is out of the picture, and Sarah's murder, well, that could be the start of some new pattern. There's someone out there all wrapped up in hate.
Yes, for police women. And in case you forget, that's what I am. I'm a cop. I have a gun, I know how to use it, and this place has more locks than San Quentin.
Yeah, well, I'd like it if you'd spend the night at Pep's.
I've got sole, crab au gratin, lasagna, lasagna.
Listen, do you have any lasagna?
I'll look.
Who is me?
Jeremy.
Mr. Jenkins.
Jeremy Jenkins, at your service, Sergeant. What are you doing here?
I live here, remember? You and your wife live 2 doors down.
Well, as long as I'm here.
It's late, Mr. Jenkins.
Dr. Mike Besser. Dr. Mike Besser. Nurses station.
I'm Sergeant Crowley.
Sergeant Crowley. I'm Dr. Lieberman.
Is she still alive?
Yeah? Thanks to the neighbor who found her and called us.
She's gonna make it.
Well, we're trying. Can't be sure about that. She's in intensive care.
Come on, see her.
Sergeant, only family is allowed in there.
It's okay, I'm her family.
We'll stay only a few minutes.
Dr. Robert Crowell. Please report to 6th floor nurse station.
Joe?
Yeah, Pep, we just talked to a neighbor named Volpe. Lives next door to Liz.
What's he got?
Well, he said something about the storm kept him awake last night. He thought he heard shots. So he went to the window, saw a male Caucasian run to a car, get in it, and drive off. Late model Pinto, dark color. But he was able to get the first 3 numbers of the license, 746.
746. You checked with DMV?
They traced it to a rental company, name of Big Val. But you know, they have 7 outlets. So we rounded up the general manager. He says he thinks it's his place in Brandon.
I think this may be what you're looking for, Sergeant. It's our only 746.
Is the car here?
No, the client returned it about an hour ago. Then his father and his son came in. They were going to Tahoe or something, and they just rented it and drove it off. They didn't even.
You mean
let
the car's not here?
No.
This is Frank Navarre. Is he the one that turned it in?
Yes, and out of towner from New Orleans. Their license
Yeah,
plate.
he rented it, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Had he ever been in before?
Yes. A week ago yesterday. A different car, same customer.
What did he look like?
Look like? Oh, he was very ordinary looking, in his 30s, 34, 33, maybe a little bit younger.
Tall or short? What?
Medium. I'd have to say medium. Maybe a little taller than medium.
Pep, look at this. Navarre. Today he signed it with 1 hour, last week with 2.
Oh, let's move on that.
Miss, you want to go down to headquarters with us, please?
Oh, look, if this is just about a stolen license or something, I can't.
It's more than just a stolen license, believe me.
Well, but I'm alone here.
I understand. You want to call your boss and tell him you're closing up for a while? Just tell him 2 cops want you to go down and look at some pictures, okay? Thanks very much.
He isn't any of these men.
Okay, let's try this one. Please, just take your time. Just keep looking, all right? Yeah.
I got that New Orleans number. Talked to an old woman. She could hardly speak English, and you know my French. All I could gather was that this Navarre was at work and wouldn't be home till tonight.
Nothing yet, huh?
No. Sergeant Crowley's office. Yes? Yes. I see.
Dr. Mansfield. Dr. Mansfield. Report to X-ray.
Sorry, we did everything we could. She died just a few minutes ago.
Dr. Eman, report to the resident doctor.
The landlady said her husband took the dog to the park. They won't be gone long. You want to drive over?
No, why don't we just wait?
This was left with the landlady for Liz and the ship's photographer. Dear Liz, we pulled in yesterday after another mad, gay 7 days. Sorry you weren't home, but I thought I'd drop these off rather than mail them. You know that service, Jim. P.S. I'll try to phone you for a quick hello before we sail again tonight. Do you want to see him?
She really had a nice time, didn't she?
Looks that way. Bill, I know hunches are just that, hunches.
I'm sorry, Pat. What'd you say?
I have a hunch. Frank Navarre, that stolen driver's license. Suppose, I mean, just maybe, it was stolen from him aboard a ship. He might have been a passenger on the same ship as Liz. We could check that out. And do you remember the day Liz got back last week? She told you she had lost her address book. I thought she was just putting you on, but what if she didn't lose it? You see what I'm getting at?
Yeah, go ahead.
What if, let's say, what if somebody lifted it from her purse or it was taken from her cabin? It was filled with addresses, like Sarah's. Sarah Rossi was murdered exactly 1 week ago, the night the ship got in. What I'm trying to get at is, what if the killer worked on the ship and murdered Sarah using the same MO as Wiley to throw us off. I mean, Wiley's case was written up in the papers for weeks, for months.
But he was really after Liz. Is that what you mean?
Possible.
Tupper, what's the name of that steamship line?
Shelley. L-L-E-Y.
Remember the name of that funny lady she said was her cabin mate? The one who smoked the pipe? You remember her name? Mrs. Nimmerover, if our theory's right, could you tell us if there might have been somebody on board ship, maybe even a crewman?
Who wanted to kill her? Oh, no, he'd have to be demented, a totally deranged mind. No, they were all so fond of her. And aside from her being so pretty, she was just herself. Elizabeth. Oh. Oh, no, I couldn't.
What is that, Mrs. Nimmerover?
No, it would be an accusation that I couldn't be certain of, so it would be unjust, wrong. My conscience, I wouldn't.
Would you please?
Well, Elizabeth and I, we ate together at the same table with another couple, the Mazes from San Diego. Oh, sweet people. And they assigned us a waiter, a young man by the name of Albert. Al. And he was obviously very attracted to Elizabeth. And how did... Oh, he wanted to... How do they say it these days? Wanted to come on with her? Pleasantly, but persistently. Of course, at first it maybe flattered her. But then it began to bother her. And she began to talk to me about him. And about how... she'd be dancing with someone, and he'd be there off in the corner of a lounge just watching her. And I told her, I said, Elizabeth, dear, now, you shouldn't let that bother you. He's just lonely and a little lovesick. But now, this is the picture that I took at the captain's gala. Oh, now there's Elizabeth, and here are the Mazes, and there's he, the waiter, Al.
That's Meade's bunk.
Joe, check that out.
Hey, Pete. Yeah. Albert Meade, this is it.
So this is address book. Say this man's not yet on board?
No, Sergeant, but the crew's due back within the hour.
Let's get those black and whites off the dock. The rest of them in the port. Two guys down there. Pete. Hey, Joe.
Yeah, Bill.
Yeah, William.
Let's get all these uniformed officers out of sight. We don't want this guy making us first.
Right. Let's go.
That's him.
Come on. Hey. Ain't worth it, man.
I'm gonna have a brandy. You want one?
Yeah, I guess so.
Here you go.
Thanks.
It was good seeing all those people, huh? A lot of people loved her. Bill, Liz used to ask your advice on a lot of things. She asked you if you thought she'd make a good cop, and you told her yes. And that was the right answer because that's what she wanted. I hope you know you did the right thing. Do you know you did?
Hey, honey bunch.